everybody. You're watching the Gigabyte Dota Masters Tournament. I'm Triumph of Man. Casting with me is absolute legends, gods, and right now we have IG, the new guys in the GDM, up against Team Orange. Now, IG will be replacing. They will be replacing MSI-evogt GT, who have left to focus on their Dota 1 careers. And they're not going to be, it's not going to be Dead Man's Boots. It will be replaying all the matches that MSI have played so far. It's only been 2 games, so it's not a really big delay or anything. But straight up, they've had some well, they were looking strong against LGD. I'm going to throw that out there. They were looking really, really scary. And it looked like they would have taken that match had the game, had it been slightly different. But it was definitely just a few things that happened, tipped it in their favour. As it is, when you go to about the 50-60 minute mark, it's just a couple of things will tip a game in one team's favour. But straight up, gods, we've had Enchantress being banned as well, also picked off the Brewmaster, and as well as the Sylar, so they're going to remove that, and these Chinese, like Orange, really worried about this Chinese team getting their hands on something as late gamey. As I mean,
those are such trademark Chinese heroes, the Brewmaster, the Lone Druid, and IG kind of doing what DK did, just banning out those jungle heroes. DK really did not like going up against Chen and Enchantress. They would be banning both heroes quite frequently. As you said, IG have been doing well. I feel like all these Chinese teams are just so 50-50. DK versus eHome, IG versus LGD. We had, I can't remember the other ones we've had, but we've had some great Chinese teams matchups, and they always seem to be 50-50 and one team slightly edging the other one out.
It is very, like, it's just one of the things. When you go to a 50-60 minute game, it's just a couple of, either a couple of big plays or a couple of mistakes are enough to throw the game in somebody's favour. And like we saw that match, it was just Morphling getting picked off in the end there. And I mean, even DK versus eHome, it was Burning just sitting in the wrong position twice in a row. Ended the game right there and then just getting picked off. It was really short and sharp there, even though the game had dragged on for so long. But Lycan and the Brewmaster have slipped through. We've seen the Lycan instantly picked, and IG then responding.
No, Brewmaster was banned out.
Oh, no, my bad. I'm being retarded.
Yep. So Orange making sure they got rid of him, but leaving Lycan in there, and I think IG did this on purpose. You can see they've already got the Prophet, and they may even go for something like the Queen of Pain we've seen quite frequently here. We'll have to see just what they want to go. But right now, I think IG are quite happy to versus the Lycan. They obviously did this on purpose. They could easily ban out the Broodmother. A hero that Orange don't even use all that often, but they wanted them to pick up that Lycan, or at least give them the option to pick up the Lycan.
Full retard moment has passed, and yes, Brewmaster is indeed banned. Never go full retard, but now still one more Darkseer, and he has been very popular in the GDM tournament, being picked up quite frequently, also very frequently banned, just because he's so damn good as that solo hero, and Iron Shell, very painful. Incredibly powerful in that mid-game area, just does so much damage. So I'm not surprised to see him get picked up. Also, he's just annoying. Like, he's good on the push, he can drag people out of position, or even surge heroes that often want that early blink dagger. Can just surge heroes into position, just allow them to get straight in there, just come out unexpectedly. And, you know, straight up, Vacuum is just a very powerful spell. Even on the defense, just really, it's a huge threat. It's very minded. Always having to worry about, are you going to get vacuumed out? Are you going to lose a couple of heroes to a vacuum, instantly get chain stunned, and then lose them straight away? And even if you only have a couple of heroes picked up, it can make it then very annoying to try and push. Although in this case, with the Prophet lineup, they wouldn't have had to worry as much. But I think they can do a lot of damage with this Darkseer, gods.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Orange go with. They're going to need some mobile heroes, and heroes like Windrunner as well as Queen of Pain still in the pool. So I'd be quite surprised if they didn't pick up at least one of those. Mushi and both Mushi and Yamatea both like to play that Queen of Pain, and Windrunner hero that Orange and fairly well known to using in Southeast Asia as well as China. It's just such a popular hero because of how strong it is. And how its laning potential is just something that is really scary. They are going to win ramp. It's going to be Enigma as well. Enigma could give them even more sort of mid-game pushing power, and that's a hero that can get either the mech or the pipe as well if they want, and Windrunner can always get the mech or pipe as well. So they may be looking to go for that mid-game push here.
It's looking pretty dangerous, and they've got those pets there. We're going to be able to really use some damage with the Howl. But what is going to be the last pick here for the Radiant side for IG, and how are they planning to handle this Lycan? Often we see Lycan so far in this tournament has been picked a few times, but every single time he's been picked, he has lost. Lycan has a 0% win rate in this tournament so far, so really interesting to see how whether IG have a plan in place or whether they just think, you know what, just leave him alone. It's going to be fine. We can just sort of not have to worry too much about it. Maybe they're hoping they can sort of counter push really hard, or just not too worried about his mid-game DPS. We'll find out.
They do go with the Venture Spirit. We saw that last game in the hands of LGD, being one of their just MVP heroes, and that's going to give them some nice positioning. Also help deal with that Enigma Black Hole, although Enigma isn't really picked for the Black Hole. I mean, it's a great big ulti. Whenever it does land, it's great. It can win team fights on its own, but that's not really what Enigma brings to the table. It's that early to mid-game presence with the Maleficent and the convergence, just giving such great pushing, as well as the laning that Enigma gets, because you can deny back your creep wave. making its drop here. Beastmaster being banned from Orange, another hero that can deal well with Lycan, lock him down, and it looks like Orange do want to help take out some of those heroes, which may pose a threat for Lycan. Right now, I'm wondering, Orange have been doing a lot of strats where they mass Necrobook, so maybe they're going to be looking to do something similar here. We've seen a lot of European teams go for the Necrobook on Lycan, not even worrying about BKB, just get the Necrobook up as fast as possible.
Yeah, Necrobook, especially if you get the level 3 Necrobooks rolling around about the 20-minute, 22, 25-minute mark, they can do a ton of damage. Very, very painful to even just try and stand your ground against. And if they're massing Necrobooks, it's going to be very... Well, if that's indeed what they're going to do, well, I'm interested to see how it works. I mean, I think it's going to be hilarious. Tons of warriors and archers just running around, and it's going to turn into a battle. Like, the heroes are going to stand back and let their minions just do the work for them. And with that Howl as well, I mean, if they're running the Lycan, throw it in the Howl as well. Just all the pets running around. They've got the Enigmas, the Eidolons, the Conversions, going to do lots and lots of damage. We'll see what they can do with it. But Puck being banned, the Beastmaster made plenty of sense, banning him off, making sure he can't provide that lockdown on the Lycan. But what will they pick off next? It is the Dire's turn to ban. It is the Dire's turn to ban, and they take out the Queen of Pain. Alright.
I think it's a smart ban. I mean, it's one of those mobile heroes, and we've seen last game that it can do a lot of damage in the mid to late game if you get that farm up on it. So Venomancer as well, a support hero being banned out, a nice little support hero that does offer a lot of pushing power early on. And Orange, I mean, they're known for picking up the Witch Doctor quite a lot. I mean, they, as a support hero, they're one of the few teams who actually pick Witch Doctor. So maybe you're going to go with that here, as they haven't really got their hard support as of yet. Although, I mean, Crystal Maiden's still in the pool as well.
This is true. Crystal Maiden's still in there. I mean, ooh... I don't know, ES is still there as well. I mean, ES and Ventress, but we've seen a ton of those two run together. They've been very, very effective. Would not be too surprised if they pick him up. But on the other hand, they might want a little bit of... They might want something that can just spam a little bit more, just to see him. It's a little bit more spam. We've got a little bit more teamfight presence in the early game, just because... Oh, Batrider. Okay, so here's a pick that is very, very uncommon in the Euro scene. But the Asians, they do like picking him up every now and then, and he's very, very effective. So we'll see what he can do. He's going to be annoying on the push, or even the laning phase. I think he's going to... I don't know. Do you think they'll... I think they're going to solo mid him just because they have Windrunner as the potential suicide solo, or even the Enigma could handle that as well. So I do think they'll give him the mid just for the levels and just for like the map control, so he can get the runes if he wants. Just the early strength that he can provide. Can really capitalize.
Yeah, Batrider is a hero. A few of these Southeast Asian teams, like Mith.trust, will just first pick the hero. They love him so much. They're just so known for their Batrider. Orange as well. I think Yamate is likely one playing him, or possibly Winter. Winter does play that side lane solo Batrider every now and then, but with their current draft, I'm wondering how they're going to land this. Enigma likely to be in the jungle even, with the Windrunner and the Batrider being the two solos. Lycan can go in that safe lane, maybe with the support hero. So a bit of a dual lane Lycan, as DK is to pick up for IG, going to give IG as well some pushing power in the mid game. So both teams have a lot to sort of go up and take down towers quickly, but it's going to come down to these engagements. And Darkseer is a hard hero to push against if you can get up those early levels, get the vacuum and the wall of replica coming into play.
Yeah, just like the huge threat of always being vacuumed. Now they grab the DK though, so they're going to have some push power of their own. Also going to be very, very, like, DK is still pretty annoying early on, and he's got that big stun. Like, it's not as powerful as Raw. Obviously, the fast BKB can disrupt it, but just a bit. But in this case, like you said, the Lycan is possibly going to go for that fast Necrobook, just because that's what Orange do. They enjoy those really just a mass Necrobook strategies. So, I mean, Dragon Tail, like the Dragon Tail is actually going to be a relative problem for him, but if he is going for the mass Necrobook, I mean, maybe they can just mass mana burn the TK. He's not got a huge mana pool in the first place. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The last pick now, I'm kind of expecting, like, the Dire team, they do need a support here. See him still on the board, and it wouldn't hurt to be, like, a ranged hero with decent map, like, with decent lane control. So I think CM's probably the logical choice here.
Yeah, I think CM is good. Definitely a hero that would fit in quite well with their team. But, I mean, they do like the Witch Doctor. Vengeful Spirit's being taken by the Radiant team, actually. Never mind that. But Lich is another possibility. They go with the Crystal Maiden. And that's going to round off their team. We've got Extinct and Ice, their two support players. They'll be playing the Crystal Maiden and the Enigma. I believe it's going to be Winter on the Batrider. We'll have Mushi playing the Lycan, and then Yamatea on that Windrunner. Windrunner possibly even soloing the mid lane, I feel here. I think it could be solo mid Windrunner with Bat at bottom. Have to just wait and see, although they may switch around Windrunner and Bat. And yeah, the Radiant team, IG, Darkseer, I think Darkseer does best as a solo hero, unlikely to be in that jungle. Although every now and then we do see a jungle Darkseer, so getting that quick level 3, level 4, and then looking to gank that safe lane using the Surge and the Vacuum and the Iron Shell.
Oh wow, Pimping Power saying, who was that? Somebody said if Winter plays the Batrider, it will surely fail. Not confident at all. Anyway,
I've seen a lot of good Batriders from Winter over the years.
Well, he was playing Batrider early in one of the earlier games in this tournament, I believe, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it was Mushi, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was Winter. One last pick here from the Dragon Knight. Oh, from the Dragon Knight. from IG, not the Dragonite. I just see it there. It seeps in my brain. I think Dragonite is now the team's name. No, because it's sitting above the team. No, it's IG. Invictus Gaming, one last pick, and I'm kind of thinking another support hero. Unless they really run. Yeah.
I'd say so as well. Profit could... Well, I mean, just what they want to do here. I mean, you could run the Darkseer jungle. I don't think it's completely out of the question. And they could have... DK often used as a solo mid. I mean, we see these Chinese teams, they put Slider solo mid. They like DK solo mid. They don't like giving those heroes the safe lane to farm. They just prioritize the farm. Other heroes. It's going to be a Leshrac. And part of me thinking this is maybe just going to be VS and Leshrac at bottom with the Darkseer in jungle. DK can go mid, Profit can go top. But definitely quite a few options with this pick. And that's going to give them a lot of mid-game pushing power. A hero we've seen used very effectively by a Zenith. Zenith especially have used this hero a lot. And some of the other sort of Southeast Asian teams.
Well, I mean, if Orange are planning to jungle their Enigma, then it won't really matter. Like, there won't be any real loss by sending their Darkseer in the jungle, losing a little bit of lane, like a little bit of lane presence, if they send the Darkseer in the jungle. So it won't really matter. But it really depends. I mean, if Orange gets super aggressive early on, try and smash down towers with the conversion stuff, but I don't think they will. They don't really have a lineup that can push that early. So I think it would be safe if they do decide to jungle. But we'll see what they decide to go with. In the end, just waiting for this turn to tick over. But based on the lineup alone, gods, I mean, which one do you like better here?
5 seconds.
Ooh, I like Orange's lineup. At the same time, I think this is one of those games where I feel like the drafts are very even. It's 50-50. It's going to come down to where they put their lanes and how the lanes match up against each other and just who has the better start. I think whichever teams get the slightly better early game will have a bigger advantage going into the mid game. Orange with the Lycan, they can always go for those easy free Roshan attempts when they do have the lanes pushed out. So I think Orange, if they get that early start they need, they could quickly spiral out of control with the Enigma pushing power, the Lycan as well, and if Batrider can get that quick blink, they'll be looking pretty damn good.
Both of these teams have a huge threat range. Like, by both these teams, their critical mass is definitely somewhere in the mid game. It is very, very dangerous. So if one of them gets out of control early, it could be lights out in a fast match. But I mean, I know a lot of people complaining before, both like the Chinese, like, oh, you know, IG that is doing nothing but far. But here we're probably going to see a much more aggressive game. It's going to be something closer to how DK were playing their, well, actually their Dragonite lineups. Although right now they're actually running. Doesn't look like they'll be running the solo, unless Chuan is playing in the jungle. I'm just sitting there to block creep or something. I mean, it's a little hard to tell, but maybe they're going to try and tri-lane the DK up top. I mean, with the mass stuns, it could be possible, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are going to send their aggressive lanes to the other side of the map. And as it is, solo Batrider against this try-and-stun lane with DK, Vengeful Spirit, Leshrac is not going to have a very good time. Bottom lane, we see the Enigma with the Lycan as well as the Crystal Maiden. So I think they're expecting Lycan to be top, but they're going to be in for a bit of a surprise. They may realize now when they see Crystal Maiden at bottom, Crystal Maiden who does have some wards, so they may just think, okay, Crystal Maiden is just warding, but no, it's going to be solo Profit at bottom.
That's Enigma, I think.
Joe, we're going to say Joe is on Profit, is going to actually find the Crystal Maiden here. Oh, wow. Meanwhile, top lane, the Tri-Stunt actually gets first bottom Batrider, but bottom lane Profit just trying to get out of there as quickly as possible.
Just going to harass Crystal Maiden a little bit, and yeah, Profit going to be in some trouble. I'm almost thinking... oh wow, they're actually going to get straight in here. Skip the creep lane. This is an interesting idea. Alright, just jump straight in. Although, did he actually... No, he didn't actually take the creep wave. Or did they? I wasn't paying attention there. They might have actually jumped the creep wave. They're just beating it down. Crystal Maiden taking a fair amount of damage here. The Wolves just going to harass, using those Eidolons very, very effective. They have actually taken the creep wave, and it wasn't just...
This is not the first time. I'm going to say this is not the first time I've seen Orange use this strategy. They used this back in going back in history. In 2011 ESTC, the Thailand Dota Championships, they used this strategy against MUFC, where they had Lycan and Enigma, and they just creep skipped at level 1, and they caught MUFC by surprise. And that was when MUFC were were favourites over Orange, and Orange used this strategy against them, caught them by surprise, and pulled off a win. They're just going to look to push down this tier 1 tower early, and just this creep skipping. I mean, Profit can't do anything. Profit cannot get levels or farm. Actually has hit level 2 though, but right now with the Eidolons and the Wolves, they can easily take down this tier 1 tower at bottom pretty easily.
And the other problem is they can't really rotate their supports out, because DK left alone at level 1 with a Batrider is just going to get murdered, just mass sticky napalm. There's going to be nothing he can do. He's going to take so much damage. He's going to have to back off. So it's right now they're going to have to either sacrifice DK's farm, pull the supports down to bottom, or they're just going to go, you know what, let's just push really hard in the top lane and try and smash down that tower up there and just basically trade towers. But at this point in time, they're already down to half health on their bottom tower. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to trade. They're just going to have to sort of try and tough it out, I guess. So it's going to be a huge goal boost for Orange going to that mid-game. Like we said, both teams going to have a huge critical mass in the mid-game, and Orange now looking to build basically a very early advantage. And it's not like Lycan is getting farmed either.
Oh, he's getting decent farm, and right now, Batrider using that net, Batrider caught out what they were doing, trying to eat through these trees and gank him through those trees. Something actually Snoopy does quite often, using that pathway. But Winter, scouting them out with the napalm, is going to be perfectly fine, and this tier 1 bottom tower will go down relatively easily, although now they are looking for the gank here. Going into Firefly, he's going to survive, and that's the power of Batrider against the Trialing. He did die that one time for First Blood, but this time, quick on the fingers with the Firefly. And that T1 tower at top is relatively safe at the moment, although Leshrac is pulling the creep wave away, so it will take a bit of damage.
Yeah, Batrider's going to see your suckers getting straight out of there. Actually, that is taking a fair amount of... Although Leshrac not there to pop the edict on it. As Windrunner now rolling bottom is going to pick up an invisibility room. This really sucks for Prophet now. He can't really push up and farm. He's got these guys in his jungle. Farming his jungle is a huge... And still, the supports up here, they just cannot really rotate because they don't want to leave this DK. I'm almost thinking, do they want to rotate DK, try and solo mid with him, and then send somebody else who can better hand the Batrider up top, just so they can free up the supports to help fight down to the bottom lane?
Well, at the moment, it looks like Orange are quite happy just to leave Lycan solo now. Lycan does need some... does need to get some levels. He's got plenty of farm. He's going to have a very quick Vlads up at this rate, or the medallion, depending what he wants to go with. And if he can get those levels as well, he can take Roshan incredibly early. And he's just got all that gold because of that quick tier 1 tower. And that's the power of this strategy. They get that tower gold on Lycan at sort of 3 minutes in, and as a result, Lycan gets ridiculously farmed.
And there's a gank on mid, possibly. Windrunner is actually about even now with the Darkseid. Darkseid using the high ground to a good advantage, plus, of course, the harass with the Iron Shield. Very, very frustrating. Batrider's actually opted to go, you know what, this lane's a little bit rough up top. I'm just going to go and kill neutral camps for a little while, just because Firefly is good at that. Although he may have been, they know something's up now. They're going pinging away. I know he's up to something, although he is just going to kill off these creep relatively easily.
Bottom lane, though, they want to get this Prophet. Down goes the Crystal Nova. They're going to have an Enigma Stun as well as a Frostbite, I believe. That they do. There's the Frostbite. Enigma Stun will follow, and the Lycan Wolves trying to get this kill. It's going to go to the Enigma, though, and a kill going Orange's way. People are just saying you do need to change the overlay name. It does still say IG versus LGD, just to let you know.
I did forget.
Luckily,
I'm sorry, guys.
Luckily, once again, IG are on the Radiant side, so it'll not be too much work for you. And here we go, Batrider again. Leshrac misses his stun. Winter will survive at the top lane. And Lycan still free farming away at bottom. Oh man, this is Orange. I mean, this strategy is a bit of a pocket strategy. I mean, I said they've used it once before, and once again, it looks like they have got the early lead. They're up by 2k gold already, and just 4 minutes in, they've got 6k total gold for the 4k total gold on the IG side.
Okay, overlay fixed. My bad. Oh, I just got too caught up. Too caught up in this match. Completely forgot to switch that over. And Batrider actually just pulling the easy camp at the moment, stacking it up. So see, thank you guys, messaging. Yeah, 2 minute delay on everything, guys. But yes, my bad indeed. And these guys, such a huge... Enigma has got his soaring. Lycan's still camping. He's 2.2k already. He's definitely camping up cash. Deciding he hasn't really committed to where he wants to go with that yet. Windrunner though, 28 and 4.
Well, he's bought something. Is that a Vlad? He's just bought something, so we'll have to see what he has got in that career. That's something you can check, but not me because of this bugged observer vision. It is going to be a Vlad, so he's going to go straight from Vlad's and boots. Wow. So after this, I mean, he can go for that Necrobook. I imagine Orange are going to go... He does this early on in the game. He's not going to need a super fast BKB. He can get it after his Necrobook if he wants. He is up against a lot of chain stuns coming from BS, Leshrac, and DK, but he can help deal with that using the Necrobook as a bit of a buffer. And they're going to go for Roshan. They've got the Eidolon army. They've got the Lycan Wolves. They can't stop this really quick Roshan. I mean, IG have managed to take a tier 1 tower of their own and then pressuring this tier 2 tower, but it looks like this will be a free roast for Orange.
He doesn't quite have enough... Oh, he should actually have... Actually, no, he does have enough for the Vlads, but he hasn't gone for full Vlads yet. He's just got the Morbid Mask as well as the Basilius. And he's got the Ring of Regen as well. Yeah, he must have misclicked, forgotten to get the recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty easy. And I mean, right now, there's not much the Radiant can do to something like Prophet. Obviously, has very little power in this, like a fight at 6 minutes. He's got nothing, pretty much auto attacks. And DK obviously busy. And again, still he has to worry about getting jumped. But they have made the most of it. They push the top lane. They're pushing this second top tier tower. They've actually done a little bit of damage. Free Rosh now being taken out by the Lycan. And Batrider just going to hold this off as much as he can. Not really a huge issue. And look at Bat. He's up to 16 and 2. What is Prophet on? 16 and 0. So around about the same farm. Although Prophet Might be struggling just a little bit more. Batrider, he's tried to supplement his farm with neutrals, hasn't really managed to get ahead, so they're about even. But I would say, without items, Batrider is definitely more useful than the Prophet's going to be.
Oh, I'd say for the most part, Prophet you're just sort of a teleporting gank without any sort of items. But Prophet could always go for those cheap items such as mech. I mean, it's only 2k gold. He could get that mech up fairly soon if he wants to give his team that survivability. If they want to go for that push to help deal with a hero like Lycan. Lycan is not great at defending pushes this early on in the game. So if they get the quick mech up, if they can get a pipe either on the DK or the Darkseer, I mean, they can maybe look to put on some pressure there. And Darkseer does have a quick vitality booster, possibly building a Vanguard with that, as we will see Lycan continuing to farm away in the nukes, quite low on HP actually. Although he does get the lifesteal he needs to sort of slowly regen up.
As people asking what hero is Mushi playing, here's the Lycan in this match. Mushi playing the Lycan.
Yep.
He's about to be scattered out by the Trant now, and they know he's relatively low. They might even swing in through this. When the supports are here, yeah, they're pinging out and saying, let's go get him. Alright, so they're going to swing Vengeful Spirit as well as Distract. I just don't know if they have enough burst. Well, then he's only got 500 health at the moment. He does have the Aegis, though.
Actually, well, they're not, rather than swing bottom, Prophet gets scared and TP's home.
I think they figured all we're going to do is kill the Aegis anyway, because he's just going to ult after that and run away, so no big deal right now. Crystal Maiden about to get jumped though, maybe. Oh wow, not quite getting spotted there. Will walk away safely. Windrunner's still in mid. Mid towers are both still up right now. Batrider just busy catching up on his farm. He's got this level 2 Firefly, level 3 Sticky Napalm. We've maxed it out first. Shackle Shot going through, doesn't connect. We'll just harass now with a power shot. They're going to just stack some damage on this tower. Edict as well as the caustic damage from that Dragonite. Going to cause some real hurt. Just going to pop that fortification to help hold it off. But the counterattack now coming. Black Hole is up. If they can get this off, it will be a big kill. These guys are relatively well bunched up. 5 heroes here. Looks like they're going to let this tower fall. They're not really ready to fight. They're still missing a few heroes. There's 5 on the Radiant side. There's a Shackle now. Enigma going to move in. Pops down the Maleficus as well. The Frostbite on DK now. Doesn't pop the Black Hole yet. The Dragon Tail getting thrown down on Enigma, and they will back up. The Surge being used on the DK. Trying to get him out. Lycan has Ultra. Getting stuck in the mix. He does have that Aegis, so he's going to go down. Won't matter too much, though. He's going to pop back up in a second. Lasso being used on Prophet. Prophet being dragged down the cliff. The Aegis now going to respawn the Lycan. Prophet getting dragged into that Firefly. Getting destroyed there by the Dire team. They lost the tower though, so in the end though, I think it was okay, but they might lose this mid tower now as well. The Vacuum not quite catching heroes, just trying to clean off those pets to make sure they don't push down this tower. Glyph on Fortification also being popped by the Radiant side.
It does look like, even with the spam coming out, even with the Iron Shell, they will probably lose this. The Eidolons, the Lycan damage, the Vlad's giving them the bonus damage, and TP's coming in, they won't defend. Enigma is there, does have that Black Hole, as you mentioned, needs to be careful, getting very low. Could turn around. Oh, Shackle hits DK only to a Treant though, not getting the double hero. And now looking to chase up on the high ground. Ooh, need to be careful as that Enigma was not waiting there for a Black Hole. The Shrek actually didn't stick with them as they chased, just in case Enigma was waiting with the Black Hole. So really smart play by IG there, but looks like Orange will just back off. Use this farm advantage they're doing as well, man. Lycan, 490 gold per minute at 10 minutes in. The next closest, it's like, we run at 370, but for the Radiant team, the highest they have is 306.
And he is just so scary too. Once he gets a couple of early on, it's very, very powerful. What's he got now? How much money he's saved up? Another 2.1k. Hasn't really made a decision whether we'll see pretty soon whether or not they decide to go for the fast blinks or not. I mean, no, fast necrobooks and just go with the mass necrobook strategy, or if they'll just go for a more conventional. Just the sort of the mid-game items, the BKB, that sort of stuff, but we'll find out. Batrider does have that blink though. He is now very, very scary. He's going to set things up, and basically he's going to jump in, try and cause a mess, try and get the Radiant team to sort of initiate, throw their stuns down, sort of bunch up a little bit, try and fight him, and then Enigma's going to swoop in and try and drop the huge Black Hole in them, although whether or not they're going to manage it, I guess we'll find it. The problem is, even if Enigma goes for the BKB or the blink, as long as VS stays out of the fight, doesn't get caught out, she's always got that swap ready to disrupt the Black Hole. So I think they're not really going to rely on a big Black Hole this match. They're just going to try and save it for sort of a second or third wave spell, because using it straight up won't be super effective unless they can catch the VS in it.
Yeah, the VS is always just going to be sitting back. Even heroes like Lestrat can sit back with that range stun, and until he does get that BKB, which will be later. Here we go. Batrider has a Blink Dagger, finds Shrine. The Darkseer is going to get taken out here. The Enigma stun will make sure of that, even if he surges himself. Shackle as well. Prophet Ultimate goes flying in, going to do some damage, and IMG looking to turn this around. There's the Black Hole, though, catches all 3. Lestrat has no stun. They haven't done much damage, though, with the Black Hole. Great Black Hole, but there was just no damage to back it up, and now Enigma goes down. Crystal Maiden should follow as well. Lestrat going to miss the stun. Vengeful Spirit will know that gets Crystal Maiden. They stop chasing. Ooh, and a one-for-one trade there. Nice black hole, but just they'd already used up all their nukes, unfortunately.
Yeah, had already blown the nukes. Crystal Maiden not opting for any early levels. In fact, she's mostly just got, she's maxing out Arcane Brilliance at the moment. And she's got a second level in Crystal Nova, but right now, yeah, the more passive play means she's not as effective in these team fights. But obviously the mana is nice, especially for a hero like Lycan, who honestly doesn't have much mana regen in the first place. It just helps him spam his wall serve. It just helps him farm a bit more if he gets into trouble, so he can sort of duck into the jungle, farm a bit more effectively in there. DD now on the Windrunner. She has picked up a Staff of Wizardry. Now the question is, will she go for the early 4 stuff, or will she try and turn that into a Necro book? I'm not really sure here.
I'll have to wait and see, but I mean, I'd say it looks like it's just maybe going to be a 4-staff here. I think the 4-staff does give them slightly better mobility. The Necrobooks make them a bit later. Lycan, meanwhile, what has Lycan actually brought up here? He's I'm not seeing on that many items here. Maybe something at base?
I mean, he's definitely spent his cash on something. Is it on the courier? There is a Necro book on the courier.
That's the Lycan's Necro book. And there's actually a Vlad's recipe at base. That's where his missing Vlad's recipe went to from earlier when they tried to Roshan.
Oh, wow,
the courier must have been full, so it didn't actually go into the courier, and as a result, when they shipped it out to him, he didn't get the item. Yeah, top tier 1 tower being pressured now by Orange as Darkseer coming in. Needs to be careful he doesn't suffer the same fate before. Winter is fireflying up onto the trees, looking for a blink in here. I don't think the opportunity is going to present itself yet. He backs off. He's going to play it as safe as possible for now.
Yeah, I mean, the Vlad's mistake there, it's not going to be huge. It's only like 150 gold loss once he resells it, so no big deal. But yeah, just slightly irritating, I guess, for him. It's one of those things. Now he's got another 1k saved. I think that's Necro. Yeah, it's still on the courier. I can't actually tell. Val, if you watch, it would be good if we can tell who owns what items on the courier. That would be fantastic. I know you're not watching, Val, but I say it anyway, just in sort of a vain hope, just in case you cover my bases. And it was a fast 4-star on the Windrunner.
Take that back. IceFrog does watch these games.
These
ones? Take that back.
I know he watches games, but I don't think he's watching our stream.
Yeah, he does. I kid you not. He watches our stream. He wants to see how these Asian teams are progressing. He watches these games. So, shout out to IceFrog if you are in fact listening in.
Yes.
But I'm
a pessimist. I'm a pessimist. It's just my nature.
We'll find out. But anyways, yeah, Prophet, I mean, is catching up. He's gone for the quick Midas. That's a bit surprising to me, that Prophet going for Midas when he did fall behind. Maybe he just wanted to get those levels. Because Prophet, I mean, he's not an incredibly level-dependent hero, but with those levels, he does... they are beneficial towards him. As Lycan at the bottom lane, I mean, being very aggressive here needs to be a bit careful, but with the backup there from Batrider, who is currently sitting invis, is feeling pretty confident in himself.
That's a push from the die on the top lane at the moment, as I'm just checking the GPMs right now. Prophet has managed to catch up a little bit. The Midas is helping out a bit. He's almost 300 GPM, which is not terrible at the 15-minute mark. It's not terrible, but obviously he was off to a very crappy start just because he was getting hammered in that lane.
They found the Prophet. Lycan is not going to pop the ulti just yet. It looks like Zoo. Yeah, there we go. He gets sprouted inside. The napalm slowing him down too much. The Firefly could have broken down the sprout anyway, so it wasn't going to be a kill as Winter gets fairly low, but he's going to be okay. And they're going to look to get a tier 2 tower assistance. Meanwhile, the engagement on top, IG has gone in. They've taken out Enigma. Crystal Main as well in trouble. Will drop as IG pick up 2 kills at top, but meanwhile their tier 2 bottom tower
that Necro book is still being carried on the courier. They haven't...
I think he's just going to whip out a Necro book 3. Straight Necro book 3, man. Catch him by surprise.
Fair enough then. Not giving away any of his cards. Obviously, yeah, if he decided to get it early, they would know, but does reduce his effectiveness in the fights. But I mean, they're not really trying to fight all that much at the moment. They're just trying to take the odd tower where they can, get the odd gank off. I mean, they've pushed down the first tier top tower. They were going for the second tier in bottom and top. Done about half damage, which is good. I mean, you don't need to take the tower in one swift push. You can just go in, stack a bit of damage, and then come and get it a little bit later. It's always effective to do that as well. If you can't get it straight away, might as well just do a bit of damage, just so you can basically sneak in a push when they least expect it. Now Enigma. Yeah. Still nothing at the moment. It looks like he might be saving up for something. He's got, or maybe he is saving up for a blink. I guess we'll find out. He's got 1800 saved up, nearly got enough for a blink if he is going to go for that. And there we go, level.
And right now, Orange haven't really got any of those sort of utility items. They haven't gone for the mech and pipe. They've got the urn on the CM. So maybe Winner or Enigma, I'd expect one of them to go for that mech nice and earlier. Because right now, I mean, with Lycan building that Necrobook, they want to go for the early push. Lycan's actually camping around Roshan. And something is brewing here. I think IG know Roshan's about to respawn. It respawns right now, and IG are already there. They knew exactly when Roshan was respawning.
Indeed, and Lycan has actually, as you said, just waited for the level 3 Necrobook, whipped it out, and now he's going to try and cause some trouble. The question is, I don't know, maybe they think that IG won't fall for the same trick twice, well, this time they can actually mount a defense. They've got enough levels and enough teamfight potential to go in there and disrupt any rush attempt, so I'm guessing at the moment Orange will just play it safe, hang back, just try and push a few towers, cause some trouble, and if IG in fact try and steal the rush, which doesn't look like it's going to happen, actually they're going to try and smoke gank.
Oh, in plain sight though, the observer ward was right on there. Lycan knows what is up. He is going to TP out and go all the way to top lane, so it looks like he's just going to sort of be the puppet master, move IG around the map, and with that, IG are just wasting their time here a bit.
And that spare that spare Vlad's recipe is now on the courier, just driving that around because he can. And they're thinking about it, they just keep scouting it, but then it looks like they're not going to commit. They just want to keep their eye on it, make sure nobody's in there. And the smoke really, oh wow, Dragonite actually grabbing a Sange. I'm thinking maybe Heaven's Halberd? I don't know, it'll help mess with the Lycan's damage. It'll also give him some evasion. It is tournament legal now, isn't it, the Heaven's Halberd? I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh yeah. All the new items have been added in the latest version here, and IG, I mean, looking in a bit of a tough position. Here we go, engagement coming at mid. Batrider looking to get the blink in. The vacuum from Darts here was just in time, preventing the chase as DK goes in. Blink, black hole. Is there any disables? They're not going to come. Vengeful Spirit as well as Leshrac taken out of the fight for a bit, but a lot of damage coming out from the Lycan with the Necrobook, but only getting the DK so far. Down goes Vengeful Spirit. Yamatea chasing the Prophet. Prophet will drop as well. 3 kills for Orange. They're looking for more though, as Lycan chasing down Darkseid near that secret shop. Holy cow, this fight is just all over the place. Yeah, not going to happen though. He's run out of ultimate form. The Batrider was looking for it, moving up there. His blink is on cooldown though, won't be able to run him down, and they will just back up. Now I think it was a 3-for-2 trade, and in the end I think that does favour the Dire team just because they kept that Lycan alive, got him all that experience, got him all that farm, and it's just sort of, and now they've got the opportunity. They're going to try and take that Rosh, although I'm not sure if they're going to manage it. They should quite easily. They can do it so quickly with the Lycan who has the Vlads. They haven't got a medallion, but it doesn't really matter here. And something actually quite interesting. I mean, I sort of mentioned Prophet going for that Midas is not the most normal item, but it's actually an item that is good against heroes, good against Necrobook. You can use the Midas on the Necrobook, and you don't take any damage, even if you use it on the blue Necrobook. You don't lose any HP. So Midas, in some ways, is actually a counter to Necrobook. It was a Filipino game about a couple of weeks ago where this team massed Midases on their support. They got Midas on their support heroes just to counter Necrobook, because Orange were using a mass Necrobook strategy. So in that way, it's not the worst item. So strategically speaking, there is some value to getting this Midas on Prophet. So some really strange stuff coming out. Although right now he is spamming as much as possible, but unless he used it during that last fight to get the Necrobook, I will actually have to keep an eye on that now that you bring it up. Batrider scamping at about 1500. He probably wants to bulk up a little bit. Only 1000 health, blinking in the middle of a team fight. Definitely a risky prospect, especially considering they have high damage output, such as Leshrac, and also a lot of good lockdown as well. So we'll need to be careful. He's in fact possibly about, it's like in the bottom lane, possibly about to get ganked. They're thinking about it. Prophet's waiting for Prophet to show up as well, or not. He changes his mind. Says, actually, I might just jump on him later. And the stun going to come out. The swap. There's the stun into the Dragon Tail. Getting followed up by another couple of stuns. Split Earth. And there's the Magic Missile as well. Takes out that Aegis. They're not going to be able to finish him off a second time though. We'll just pop out and get the hell out. He will back up successfully there. And Enigma, another 300 gold. He does have that blink now. Still saving up cash. You think, actually, has anybody got a mech on the Radiant on the Dire team yet? Negative. They could do. Doesn't look like it.
They could do with a mech.
That's surprising to me. And they're going to look to get this Lycan again. Oh no, Lycan has decided, hey, let's go farm. The ulti wears off. He is in so much trouble. The Leshrac Sun missing, but I don't think he's going to matter. Pops down the Necrobook. There goes the Prophet with the Sprout, and they're going to be able to get this kill fairly easily, I believe, here. As Mushi drops, and that is a big mistake coming out from him.
Oh, he might die though if he can get the Edict. Prophet. Prophet manages to kill the Necrobook before the Edict. Takes out the Warrior and kills Leshrac there. Leshrac running away as far as he can. The Shackle now on the Dragon Knight. He's in control of the Vacuum though, going to chase him off. Batrider, I guess, in the air, still too squishy. He's got the treads. He's a little bit tankier, but does need to back up there. I'm really shocked that the Lycan came straight back there. Knew his ult was on cooldown and had no Aegis. Went straight back in there trying to farm that bottom lane. That was definitely a very risky choice, and he paid the price for it.
Yeah, it would have been okay if he had the backup from the Enigma or the Windrunner, even the Batrider right by him, but they were not really that close to him. They were backing in that tier 1 tower, and he was just a bit caught out in no man's land, and especially right after he got ganked there. I think he just expected, he's probably thinking, okay, IG just killed me, took the Aegis, and they didn't try to kill me again, so now it's safe. But no, they were still right there. They just went right back in, and IG with this Prophet are looking to push out all these lanes, get some momentum going their way. As we've seen how annoying Prophets can be. I think Prophet so far in this tournament is at a very high win rate.
And he's definitely one of the more frustrating heroes. Batrider now popping the Firefly, going to blink in and try and lasso him. He's seeing the Lycan though. Lycan does have ult up, or the Batrider, yeah, here we go. He's moving in, still got the Firefly up. Not too long left on it. Looks like he's going to pull out and go, you know, no, it's not going to work. DD Rune has been spotted in the bottom lane. Yamate going to grab that. I see the Prophet porting up to the Ancients. Just going to probably try and farm them in a second. Oh, they're spotted the Windrunner. And the mass ping saying, let's go and get them. Let's go and beat them up. They know that they're outnumbered 2 to 3, 2 to 4 at the moment. They should be able to win that fight very easily. And Dragonite just baiting right now. Going to get shackled. Not a huge deal at the moment. Although the DD and the Windrunner, you know, they realised, okay, we're actually in some serious trouble. Trying to get the hell out. Enigma blinking out. And a good 4-star there for Yamato. He might get cut off though.
Ooh, wow. It looks like they both will survive here. So... Orange, again, I feel like they're just playing a bit too high. I mean, they're trying to be aggressive. They know they need to push, but they're just overextending a bit, farming in some very dangerous places. We saw Mushi get picked off, and almost there, the Enigma and Windrunner getting caught out as well. So IG sticking together well and punishing Orange so far for some misplays.
Windrunner trying to grab up, looks like she's going for a Hex. She has picked up the Ultimate Orb. Just looking at Crystal Maiden's got the urn up and running. Maybe, I don't know, Batrider? No, nothing from him. Enigma still kind of short on cash at the moment. Just check the Courier is carrying... No, that's a Vladimir's offering. Nothing interesting. The Black Hole bottom. That is a big Black Hole. Catching all 3 heroes. Dragonite some serious trouble. He's very low. Does go down. Vengeful Spirit also getting taken out really quick. And Prophet getting annihilated. That blinking Black Hole right there. Absolutely massive. And I guess they just bunched up a little bit too much. Not expecting that counter attack there on that bottom bush.
That is just what Orange needed. They were... sort of slowing down a bit. This Lycan, which has been very effective so far, was sort of starting to lose his effectiveness. And you sort of had to worry going to the late game against heroes like Prophet, Lestrak, and DK. Was he going to be able to hold up? And right there, great fight, great Black Hole coming from Extinct, and he is helping keep the momentum going Orange's way. They are now up by about 7 to 8k gold, so they're looking very strong. They're going to get a tier 2 tower here. And they're going to look to swing back, keep farming up the neutrals, maybe even go for another tier 2 tower at mid or top soon. Or they could... They do want to wait for Roshan to respawn. There's going to be Cheese as well as Aegis. But right now, I think it's still another good 3 or 4 minutes before it respawns, as they did lose that last Aegis almost instantly.
Yeah. I just noticed that Leshrak went for a mech, so he's just going to help his team bulk up a little bit. He's kind of short on mana though, so once he starts blowing his combos a few times, he's definitely going to be very, very short on mana, and he also doesn't have the Arcane Boots up and running either, so his mana pool is pretty much just its natural self with a small amount of intelligence buffs. But for the moment, I mean, I think he's been playing soft support, so he's got an all right set of items for soft support. It looks like Leshrak. Oh wait, what's this up here? Windrunner instant trouble. Yamate gonna go down here, getting 4 staffs out. Just getting away. I thought he was in a lot of trouble there. Just sneaking away. The DS also trying to cause some trouble himself. Batrider though escaping unharmed. What is that? There's a Perseverance. Who is that for? There's a Lycan Sphere for somebody. Who is that going to? Oh, that's Lycan's for Windrunner. It's
Windrunner.
Yeah,
okay.
That won't be a Hex. That'll be a Lycan's.
Interesting. I think it's okay against heroes like Vengeful Spirit, the Swap, even the DK stun. These are some very strong disables, and they haven't really got all that much to break the Lycan Sphere. It's going to pretty much be only for the Swap, the Vengeful Spirit stun, the DK stun, maybe a Sprout, which is probably not quite what you want to break out. As Windrunner, you have got the 4-star counter Sprout.
And a power shot.
Overall, I think this is one of those few games where Lycan's on a hero like Windrunner could be a very effective item.
Oh yeah, definitely indeed. And some BKB now. Ooh, this is going to be, wow. BKB coming up on Lycan. He's got the cash for it if he wants it right now, I think. Actually, no. Yeah, no, he's got enough cash for it right now if he wants it. I assume that's what he's going for with that Ogre Club. Meanwhile, the bottom line, Prophet again being jumped, gets stunned, blinked, and just pinned down 3 heroes there. No way he's going to get away from that. Crystal Man actually ulting to farm creep. Fair enough then. Because he can.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, because he can.
It's one of those things. It's like this point in the game, Crystal Man is very unlikely to get an ulti in a team fight. If you have to get in nice and close, and against those heroes on the Radiant team, not a chance in hell that you would get off a nice freezing field.
She's more thinking about mana consumption if they wanted to fight now, but I mean, she's decided to back off anyway, so it looks like they weren't planning to fight in the near future. So yeah, you know, why not? Why not? I mean, chances are by the next in Clash, they'll probably be up and ready to go anyway. Yeah. Dragonite still sitting on that Sancho, hasn't decided where he wants to go, or maybe he hasn't had the cash to go anywhere with it. I don't think I've seen any. Maybe that brace is new. I'm not dead sure. bracer
Yeah, the bracer is new. He may pick up the drum of endurance here, as he is on 1400 gold.
See, Darks here appears to be building a Shiva's Guard. Just decided, you know, I'll sit on the Vitality boost. Don't need the full Vanguards. I'll just sit on that Vitality booster just for the extra health, the raw health increase. As Lycan now, they're all gunning from 3 guys going to come up here. They've got the smoke gank. Will they manage to swap and stun? Trying to pull off the same trick as before. Doesn't look like it. And Lycan has finished the BKB. Oh boy, is he going to be hard to stop now. That is definitely, this is like pretty much once they get that next Rosh. Is it up yet? No, not quite up yet. But once they get that next Rosh, I think it's going to be time for Orange to start causing some serious beatdown.
Yeah, especially if he gets the Assault Crest Desolator next. That'll also help them in the push, because that minus armor also works on towers. And with these items, if they go to push, and you've got the Enigma as well as the Batrider to sort of scare IG off, IG will have to be sort of standing far away so they don't get Lasso, don't get caught in the black hole, and with that, Lycan can just focus away on those towers with some insane damage coming out on him soon. And Enigma building towards the Black King bar, so Orange getting up some very decent items here as they're up by over 10k gold here. They are in control of this game. I
really like the fact that when about the time that they're ready to push, Crystalmane has gone out and bought a gem just for this mid-game counter and just completely grab control, like to maintain map dominance. And the rain team, they really need to worry. There's like there's a couple of blinking heroes. They always need to be scared. There's an Enigma or this Batrider lurking around, ready to cause all sorts of hell for them. So I think this is very smart, just getting like the gem at this point in time, at this point in the game, just as they're about ready to push, just get map control, get rid of all the wards, and then get ready to just take down the push, or even just, you know, continually de-ward the Rosh lair so they can just try and grab that third Rosh with the cheese up, with the Aegis, and then go and try and take down Arax. I mean, they've got that bottom lane open to them too.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned, the cheese is going to be up. That's going to be huge in itself. I mean, get that on a hero, maybe like the Windrunner here. Windrunner who has picked up a Mithril Hammer. I'd be surprised if Windrunner goes for a BKB. Already has the Lycans for survivability. I mean, it could just be going for either the Maelstrom or a Desolator here, just going for some pure damage, because I feel like Windrunner can definitely benefit from some pure damage here, and we'll have to see just what Orange want to go with here as they are getting into a better and better position. IG just sort of grouped up, not really farming and falling further and further behind. DK has picked up the Heaven's Halberd. That will help out a bit against this Lycan, but I don't know how much it'll do, especially now Lycan with BKB, so the actual disarm can just be shrugged off by the BKB, although the evasion on DK will be pretty useful.
I imagine that it's probably going to leave DK to last anyway, because they're going to try and kill the Shrek burst just because he's got huge AoE DPS. Probably just try and pick off a few heroes. I don't think they're really going to worry too much about DK initially. They'll just try and pick off the support heroes and then get rid of him later, just because, I mean, they don't want to blow all of their firepower on him. Just he is a little bit tough to kill, especially, like you said, with the evasion now. High armor, all of that good stuff. Very, very annoying. Some more wards going down for the Dire, and they are going to take this Rosh pretty much uncontested. They have completely de-warded the bottom rune, and there we go. Lycan grabbing up that, what's that on the floor? Oh, it's just a couple of Iron Branches, grabbing up both the cheese and the Aegis. Slightly greedy, but hey, you know what? He's definitely the driving force behind these fights now, so he can afford to. He can definitely afford to.
Yeah, absolutely, and IG are looking a bit lost. They're looking a bit dazzled here. As I mean, they're at this top lane, they're trying to make something happen, but against Aegis Cheese, even if Orange get caught a bit out of position, they're actually going to be in great position here, because Windrunner has scouted everything, and it doesn't look like the rain team. Oh, Shackle shot, hits 2, YYF and Vengeful Spirit. There
oh my god!
Lestrak's not caught though. Lestrak just out of position, in position I should say, as DK taking a lot of damage coming from the BKB Lycan. Vengeful Spirit goes down, and he is going to go for the DK. DK who has been shackled. DK will go down. The stun onto the Darkseer. Darkseer will drop as well by the looks of it. There's the CM ulti. Gets cancelled as Lestrak in good position once again. Vacuum going to take out the Crystal Maiden, but Lycan just doing so much damage. Down goes Darkseer.
Yeah, and it looks like Lestrak is quick to follow. Gets stunned by the Malefice, and yeah, it's lights out for him. I think they got... Did they actually get Prophet as well? I think they... I can't remember if Prophet died in that fight, but either way, that is a big win there. A big, big win there for Orange. They're looking so damn good. As I saw in the chat, somebody called out, is IG its Gosu? No, this is Invictus Gaming. This is the Chinese game of Dota Legends. And right now, they are getting manhandled by Orange almost. I mean, it's 8 to 15. Like, 8 to 15 is not a huge split in the heroes, but it's just like the gold. Just the early push. I've got to say, I guess they just really did not expect that creep skip strat from Orange. That was just really, that was such a good play, I think, and it's set them up entirely for this match.
Yeah, they are looking very good. Another great team fight coming out from Orange, as this Lycan is now up to 4.2k gold. Could just pick up that Assault Crest now if he wants to go for it. We'll see what he does want to go for, but he is getting more and more out of control. If he really wanted to tank up, he could just pick up the heart, but I think here, with the BKB, he's got enough survivability to just go for some raw damage, as he is going to pick up something new very soon. Windrunner, meanwhile, what is Windrunner getting? Something is coming on the courier, and Batrider has a 4-staff of his own, and I mean, Orange just overall great farm.
It's a Desolator. And still have that Vladimir's offering. Still that Vladimir's offering on there. It looks like they're also grabbing a pipe. Someone's grabbing a pipe. I see a couple of rings of regen. Wouldn't be surprised if Enigma's grabbing that up. Then again, no, it looks like he's building a BKB actually. In fact, he just finished one now. So who's getting the pipe then? Is Sam getting one? Batrider maybe? Batrider.
Batrider has a cloak, so I guess that's going to be turned into a pipe a bit later here to help out their team.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Obviously, they have a lot of magical damage here. The Iron Shell hurts, and then they've got the Leshrac as well. So yeah, that makes sense to me. Although a mech might have been. Did they grab a mech? No, they haven't got a mech. A mech might have been better first, some raw health, but we'll see. We'll see. Heaven's Halberd on DK, still only 500 gold, and wow, Orange just really dominating Spider at the moment. And still the Aegis and the Cheese and the Lycan as well. I mean, they're going to push this mid-tower.
DK has been spotted.
ODM.
In comes Batrider. Lisu goes down. DK pops the ultimate, but it's going to be too late. He is not going to BKB. He's going to drop, and with that, we're going to have a 5v4 push. DK, no buyback. As there we go. Oh, no shackle as Yamatea doing so much damage with that Desolator. This tier 2 tower will drop instantly practically, and they're going to look to push on into the base here. Darkseer Wall is going to be probably the only thing that can prevent this.
Yeah, and the Necro Book 3 has been popped. Going to cause a ton of damage if anybody tries to engage that. Enigma Black Hole in 10 seconds. This is looking dangerous. The Leshrac, stun goes out. Split Earth not really doing a whole lot of clearing creep. But it doesn't matter too much. We've got Lycan here. He's popping the walls. Shackle goes in, doesn't connect properly. Vacuuming use grabs 3 heroes, but no follow-up. Split Earth, unfortunately, still on cooldown there, only just being popped. And it looks like they might back up a little bit. They're just going to go back to the creep wave. Heal up with that urn. Urn's so damn good. Only 2 charges left on it, though. Crystal Maiden just popping her nukes, just trying to push this creep wave up. Wolves still 10 seconds away. They're just waiting for this big black hole. Another vacuum. Maybe they'll jump. There it is. He pops the BKB, jumps in, grabs the Darkseer, grabs the Vengeful Spirit. That's the one you need to get. Crystal Maiden also popping her ult. As it down goes, Vengeful Spirit. No, she swaps out the tree block. We're going to lose Mushi. Or will he cheese? He doesn't cheese. He just lets the Aegis go. We'll pop back up in a second. The tower is still up. DK still rolling around. Enigma managing to get a kill there on Darkseer. Mushi now taking a bit of damage. Has the cheese left though. Gets stunned. He might go down before he pops cheese. He gets taken out. Oh, that is a fantastic defense from IG. Holding that.
Man.
Wow. They had no right to hold that, yet they did.
15k plus gold, but they are holding on. Even with DK down, they somehow managed to defend, and now Prophet looking to maybe snipe this Enigma, but no, Windrunner takes out the Vengeful Spirit, and Lycan has brought back. Orange want to end this now, and Orange is going on the DK. The chain stuns Lisu. In comes Lycan. He's picked up a boots of travel to TP right back in the fight. Gets 2, and now they want this Leshrac as well. Leshrac will drop. And with that, this fight has turned around. It looked like IG might hold, but they're going to lose Darkseer. And ultra kill for Windrunner. Yamatea, my god.
I mean, they held fantastic, and then they chased them. I don't know why. That was just like Vengeful Spirit got picked off straight, and they have all these low health heroes, half health heroes running around, and the buyback from Lycan obviously huge with the boots trap. I mean, he's still got 3k, 3.7k in the bank. Holy crap. See, that was a smart buyback and boots there for Lycan, but I think even without the Lycan showing up, they would have taken a bunch of kills there anyway. Just the overextension for IG wasn't the best, but definitely great hold initially. Just got a little too trigger happy, got caught up in the heat of the moment. You know what, let's keep pressing in, and they ended up paying for it.
And with that, I mean, they lost, Lycan got forced to buyback, he lost the eggs, he steals the cheese, but if Orange really want, they're upper racks now, they can play this slow, they can go for this sort of, what's become, I mean, the Chinese, the slow, steady, and safe game. They can wait for the next Aegis before they go look to push again, especially now with Lycan buyback on cooldown for a good 3.5 minutes. Windrunner has picked up a Demon Edge, is going to be going for what is, I imagine, will be an MKB, although they could just go for the Dead Dallas. This is some massive damage coming out on Windrunner.
Oh wow, that is definitely going to hurt. I think somebody's complaining that they're again getting ads in the middle of the stream. Guys, neither Gods or myself are doing that. We would never play ads in the middle of a game. That is, I messaged Gunrun actually last night asking if he could look into it, and he said like he has gone. He's going and doing that right now, but it could be a little while before we get